Hello everyone, welcome to History and Civics class for class 7. We were doing lesson number 8, the Mughal Empire of History. Topics discussed in the previous video. First Battle of Panipat AD 1526, Battle of Khanwa AD 1527, Battle of Ghagra AD 1529, Estimate of Babur. Let's recall the terms: artillery, cannons, jihad, siege, garrison. Let's recall cross questions. Where did the armies of Ibrahim Lodi and Babur meet? Who was defeated in the first battle of Panipat? Name the emperor who introduced artillery and cavalry for the first time in war. For whom Babur sacrificed his life? Between whom the battle of Khanwa was fought? Name the autobiography of Babur. Name the concept introduced by Babur in architecture. Who was defeated in the battle of Chanderi? Where was Babur buried? Topics to be discussed in today's video: Humayun AD 1530 till 40 and 1555 till 56. Student, here there is a gap of 15 years. We will discuss further in this chapter why there is a gap of 15 years. Humayun's military expedition, Humayun's exile, restoration of Humayun, estimate of Humayun. Terms to be discussed in today's video: exile, long absence from one's country; incompetent, not having the necessary skill to do something successfully; theology, religious beliefs and theory; aptly, suitable. Let's start with today's topic. In the previous video, we have discussed about Babur and his battles, which paved the way to Babur to invade further in India, and he became the first ruler of Mughal Empire. After the death of Babur, his eldest son Humayun ascended the throne, whose full name was Nasiruddin Humayun, succeeded Babur in 1530. Humayun means fortunate, but Humayun was one of the most unfortunate rulers in history. He lacked the qualities that were required to unite such a large but unorganized empire. He was also failed to establish a sound system of administration. Humayun himself lacked in military enthusiasm, wisdom and administrative qualities. Let's start with the reading. Humayun AD 1530 till 40 and AD 1555 till 56. Babur has nominated Humayun to the throne of Agra as his successor. Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun became the Emperor of India in AD 1530. The name Humayun means fortunate, but for Humayun, accession to the throne was accompanied by a number of internal and external problems. The vast empire that Humayun inherited from Babur was unstable and without a sound system of administration. Humayun himself lacked military zeal. Zeal means enthusiasm, wisdom and administrative qualities. This part I have already discussed in the beginning as introduction. Let's read further. Within his empire, he had the greatest trouble from the ambitious Afghans. Among them, the foremost was Sher Khan Sur, who had set his eye on the throne of Delhi. Humayun's own brothers, Askari, Hindal and Kamran, were hostile. Hostile means not friendly to him. Humayun had divided the empire among all his brothers as per his father's last wish. He gave the province of Sambhal to Askari, Alwar and Mewar to Hindal, and Kamran was given the provinces of Kabul and Kandahar. Yet his brothers were dissatisfied and constantly plotted against him. Humayun faced trouble from the beginning when he ascended the throne. Enemies surrounded him. Firstly, his empire had greatest trouble from the ambitious Afghans. Among them, the foremost was Sher Shah Sur. Sher Shah, who was the founder of the Suri Empire in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent, with its capital in Sarsagram in modern-day Bihar. We will discuss more about Sher Shah Suri in detail later in this chapter. Babur had advised Humayun to treat his brothers Kamran, Hindal and Askari kindly, but they did not cooperate with him. They were not friendly with Humayun. Humayun divided his empire among all his brothers as per his father's last wish. He gave province of Sambhal to Askari, Alwar and Mewar. Areas of Rajasthan to Hindal and Kamran was given the province of Kabul and Kandahar, the areas of Afghanistan. Yet his brothers were not happy and constantly made secret plans against Humayun to kill him and to conquer his areas. Humayun took part in the battles of Panipat and Battle of Khanwa, but after ascending the throne, he did many battles with Afghans and his own brothers. Let's read and understand about them one by one. First, Siege of Chunar, Mirzapur, UP in AD 1532. Humayun first turned his attention toward the Afghan chief Sher Khan. He besieged means surrounding an area or capturing an area. The fortress of Chunar that was a stronghold of Sher Khan, but he abandoned means give up completely the siege after 4 months on the condition that Sher Khan would place a contingent means merging into a large group of Afghan troops under his son Qutub Khan at the disposal of Mughal Emperor. Humayun first turned his attention towards the Afghan chief Sher Khan. He surrounded or seized the fortress of Chunar. The fort of Chunar is located on Cameron Hills in Mirzapur, UP. Sher Khan acquired the fort in 1532 by marrying the widow of a governor of Chunar. Then he shifted his capital to Rohtas in order to capture Bengal. Humayun attacked the fort and asked Sher Shah Suri to leave Bengal and also asked him to merge his large Afghan troops under his son Qutub Khan. When Humayun was on his way to Bengal, Sher Shah Suri again captured fort of Chunar. Let's read further. Conquest of Gujarat and Malwa. Humayun now proceeded against Bahadur Shah of Gujarat and Malwa. He captured the whole of Gujarat and Malwa in AD 1537 and appointed Askari as a governor of Gujarat. Bahadur Shah did not offer any resistance. Resistance means a strong fight back. Loss of Gujarat and Malwa. Taking advantage of Humayun's presence in Gujarat, Sher Khan became very powerful in Bengal and Bihar. Leaving Gujarat under Askari, Humayun now proceeded towards Bengal. Bahadur Shah took advantage of this opportunity and reconquered Gujarat and Malwa. Humayun now proceeded against Bahadur Shah, who was the ruler of Gujarat and Malwa. In AD 1535, he captured the whole of Gujarat and Malwa. He appointed Askari as a governor of Gujarat. Bahadur Shah did not fight back against this battle. In the meantime, Sher Shah was more powerful in Bihar and Bengal. Humayun left Gujarat in the hands of Askari and moved towards Bengal. Askari was incompetent ruler. He could not able to control the territories of Gujarat. Bahadur Shah took advantage of Humayun's absence in Gujarat and he reconquered Gujarat and Malwa. Let's move to the next battle. Battle of Chausa, Bihar on 26 June 1539. The armies of Humayun and Sher Khan faced each other at Chausa on 26 June 1539. Humayun was defeated in the battle and Sher Khan became the ruler of Bengal and Bihar. He now assumed the title of Sher Shah. The Battle of Chausa was fought between the armies of Humayun and Sher Khan, the Afghan ruler, later known as Sher Shah Suri. It was fought on 26 June 1539 at Chausa, which was 10 miles southward of Buxar in modern-day Bihar, India. Humayun was defeated in 1539 AD. In order to save his life, Humayun had to jump into the flooded river, where a basti or a water carrier saved him from drowning. After that, Sher Khan became the ruler of Bengal and Bihar. Now he assumed the title of Sher Shah. Move to the next battle, the Battle of Bilgram, Hardoi, UP on 17th May 1540. After becoming the ruler of Bengal and Bihar, Sher Shah proceeded towards Agra with a powerful army. A battle was fought on the banks of Ganga river near the town of Bilgram on 17th May 1540. The Mughal army was defeated and Humayun fled for life. Sher Shah now became the ruler of Delhi and Agra. After becoming the ruler of Bengal and Bihar, Sher Shah proceeded towards Agra. Humayun already reached to Agra and he knew that the army of Sher Shah followed him. He knew that he could not face the armies of Sher Shah alone. He told his brothers for help, but they did not help Humayun. At last, on the banks of Ganga river near the town of Bilgram, both the forces met together. The battle took place on 17th May 1540. The Mughal army was defeated and Humayun fled away for life. Fled means ran away from there to save his life. Sher Shah occupied the throne of Delhi. Humayun's exile. Exile means a long absence from one's country. The Afghans occupied Delhi and Agra. Humayun was now compelled to leave Agra for the next 15 years, AD 1540 till 1555. He wandered from one place to another in search of shelter. His brothers refused to help him. Finally, Humayun proceeded towards Sindh. During his exile, his wife Hamida Banu Begum gave birth to Akbar in AD 1542 at Umarkot in Sindh. Humayun finally reached Persia and sought refuge. Refuge means a place or a situation providing safety or shelter in the court of Persian Emperor Shah Tahmasp I. The Afghans occupied Delhi and Agra. Humayun was now compelled to leave Agra. He went to Kabul where Kamran was there with Askari. Both denied to help Humayun. Then Humayun wandered from one place to another in search of shelter for next 15 years, from AD 1540 till 1555. Finally, Humayun proceeded towards Sindh in 1541. At Umarkot, he married a young girl called Hamida Banu Begum, and a son was born in AD 1542 at Umarkot, Sindh, who later on became the greatest Mughal emperor Akbar. Humayun finally reached Persia and took the shelter of Persian king Shah Tahmasp I, who helped him to re-establish Mughal Empire in India. Restoration of Humayun. Shah Tahmasp I of Persia agreed to help Humayun. With the help of Persian, Humayun regained Kabul and Kandahar from Kamran. Kamran was blinded and sent to Makkah. Askari was also taken a prisoner and sent to Makkah. Hindal was killed in a night attack by an Afghan. Thus Humayun became free from his rival brothers. By AD 1554, Humayun strengthened his position in the whole of Afghanistan. In the meantime, Sher Shah died in AD 1545. He was succeeded by weak and incompetent rulers. Incompetent means not having the necessary skill to do something successfully. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Humayun returned to India in AD 1555. After a gap of 15 years, he recaptured Delhi and Agra and restored the prestige of Mughal Empire in India. Shortly after this, Humayun died in January 1556 after an accidental fall from the stairs of his library. Shah Tahmasp I of Persia agreed to help Humayun. With help of Persian forces, Humayun attacked his brother and captured Kandahar and Kabul. Kamran was blinded and sent to Makkah. Askari was also taken as a prisoner and sent to Makkah. Hindal was killed in a night attack by an Afghan. After that, he was free from his rival brothers. By AD 1554, Humayun strengthened his position in the whole of Afghanistan. In the meantime, Sher Shah died in AD 1545. His successors were incompetent and weak. Taking the advantage of this opportunity, Humayun returned to India in AD 1555. After a gap of 15 years, he captured Delhi and Agra and restored the power of Mughal Empire in India. After some time of regaining his power, Humayun died in January 1556 when he fell from his library staircase. Estimate of Humayun. Humayun was a sincere Muslim and well versed in Turkey and Persian literature. He was fond of literature, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, and Muslim theology. Theology means religious beliefs and theory. Humayun was pleasure loving and addicted to opium. Opium means afim, but he was not a person of administrative skill or military zeal. Zeal means enthusiasm. He could not become a good ruler or a fighter. He even failed to suppress the revolt of his own brothers. It is aptly means suitable pointed out that Humayun himself was the architect of his misfortune. His biography, Humayun Nama, was written by his learned sister, writer and poetess, Gulbadan Begum. Here the word biography means account of a person's life written by someone else. Humayun was a sincere Muslim and well versed in Turkey and Persian literature. Humayun was a man of letters and culture. He knew many languages and was well versed in subjects like mathematics, philosophy, and astronomy. He was a brave soldier but lacked the qualities of great general. He was pleasure loving and he was addicted to take intoxicating drugs like opium, afim. He could not become a good ruler or a fighter. He even failed to suppress the revolts of his own brothers. It is suitable to point out that Humayun himself was the architect of his misfortune. His biography Humayun Nama was written by his learned sister, writer and poetess Gulbadan Begum. Gulbadan Begum was a Mughal princess and the daughter of Emperor Babur, the founder of Mughal Empire. So students, this is the end of the today's topic. I hope you understood the topic. You are able to solve some exercises and cross questions by yourself. I'll come with the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.